What is going on, Nerd Pro Raiders? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming to hang here with me today as we play some more ARK Survival Evolved, going over the really cool stuff we're working on in Project Old School. If you're not familiar with what Project Old School is, check out some of the previous videos here on the Nerd Pro channel in the Project Old School playlist. But a short version is we're reimagining ARK Survival Evolved to create the perfect version of it. Before we get any further, introductions are in order. I am Nick, this is Nerd Parade, and welcome once again to the channel. So this video, like the ones before it, is going to assume that you kind of already know what Project Old School is, what we're doing with it, and what it's all about. But if you don't, you can watch this video, you probably aren't going to be missing anything. You're going to be like, holy crap, what is this madman doing? And then you can go back and watch the other videos to get yourself all caught up. But what we're going to be focusing on here today is one of my favorite creatures on the Ark in general, is the Raptor. I mean, we developed RAPTOR SQUAD in one of our previous ARK Survival Evolved seasons, where we roamed around 5 men on the back of raptors just terrorizing villages. It was a lot of fun, and something that's always bothered me, and one of the primary goals of Project Old School, is to make it so that dinos, creatures in ARK, aren't overlooked. So say, for example, you are already in tech tier and you've been playing ARK for hours and hours and hours, and you're a part of a large tribe, and you look at raptors in the wild and you're like, nobody cares about raptors. You just skip over them. They mean nothing to you. And that's always something that like breaks my heart. I want no creature to mean absolutely nothing, as you might have seen from some of our previous videos here on Project Old School, where we're revamping all the creatures. Well, raptors, we've done a complete remaster the Raptor in the spirit of RAPTOR SQUAD, and we're going to be talking about that here today. So let's hop on the back of a level 37 Raptor that I've force tamed here, and we're going to check out its stats real quick, just so you can get an idea of kind of what we're dealing with. So one thing that I want you to focus on is stamina, 399, and move speed, 143.4. You can pump these up with levels, no problem. Also, it's melee damage. So a couple of the things that we've done with the Raptor are going to be a couple of things that we're talking about as we go along. And when I was a noob in ARK, when I first joined, then this is where I'm taking kind of some inspiration from, there was a small tribe that wanted to kind of grow. And this small tribe was kind of policing the newer people that spawned in on the beach, because they had tames and the people that spawned in had nothing. Well, these guys would ride around on raptors, and they would go from like campfire to thatch foundation and just kind of like check in with people over voice in game. And I was like, whoa, dude, I want to ride around on a raptor like those guys. And we're talking like the first couple of minutes that I am in ARK. One of the things that always bothered me when riding around on a raptor is that they felt slow. Raptors felt super slow. Well, that's one thing that I really wanted to change in Project Old School. I didn't want the Raptor to feel slow. I wanted it to feel like quite speedy. In fact, we can get this guy moving pretty quickly, which we're going to do here later in the video. What I want from a Raptor is for it to be your ground mount of choice. So if you're looking to get from point A to point B extremely quickly while on the ground, you're going to want to choose a Raptor. And you'll notice that we have the jump here, which we can do in the air, which is really funny. Boop. And that big landing. What we've done here with the Raptor, and this may be met with like praise and rejoice, or it may be met with like jeers, like, no, how could you? I don't like the pounce onto players and the immobilization of raptors. I actually think it's super OP and kind of broken, and I really, really don't like it. So what we've done is we made the jump kind of a movement ability for the Raptor that consumes no stamina. So you could just jump around. I mean, it consumes a little bit of stamina, but look at my stamina meter. It's like barely going anywhere. You can just jump around. You can hop around, have fun, move really, really quickly, and get stuck in the rocks like so. So we've repurposed the pounce leap away from an aggressive maneuver to the Raptor to more of like a terrain navigation move of the Raptor to allow you to get from A to B in the most fun manner possible. So when I say the most fun manner possible, I'm going to show you what I mean. So we're going to give this guy some XP. All right, we got 51 levels here to work with. What we're going to do is tag a bunch into movement speed. A bunch. We want the raptors to be the, like, go-to ground mount. To have fun. And, okay, I used a lot. Let's put a couple into stamina, and then the rest of it we're going to dump into melee, just because. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. So we got to 88 on our raptor. Pretty reasonable raptor level. And let's see what 224% move speed looks like on the raptor. Zoomies! Boom! 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 Dude, this, I could just do this all day. This is fun to me. I mean, we are zooming across the Ark. We're jumping over rocks. We're jumping over stegos. You can make it. You can get it a little bit faster. More fast could maybe be disorienting. I hit a rock going 90 miles an hour and apparently took some decent fall damage. But speaking of fall damage, we have drastically reduced the amount of fall damage that a raptor can take. We want it to be an agile creature. Raptors should be fierce and agile and fast and not very good swimmers, as you can see. If you hit the water, you're gonna get struck. But this is how we're remastering raptors. As far as ground mounts go, there are going to be a couple of other options. But what we're looking at right now on the ground, we want the raptor to be the second fastest dinosaur of the Ark, only beaten by the Gallimimus, which, as it should be, the Gallimimus was the roadrunner of the Ark universe, of the prehistoric era. What we're also going to be messing around with here is we're going to attack this Parasaur, is instead of having the pounce, raptors have been buffed in Project Old School to be a little more shreddy. They should be dangerous. They have razor-sharp, horrifying talons, and they need to be dangerous. When you first encounter a raptor in the wild and you're trying to tame it, you should be afraid of it. It is a... Look at this thing. It is a dinosaur. You've never seen dinosaurs before. This is your first time encountering a dinosaur. They've been extinct for ages. They are just as tall as a man. Razor-sharp teeth, razor-sharp talons. You're going to have to be smart about taming this thing. So you're going to want to trap it, use bolas, things of that nature. Get yourself a scorpion, if you may have seen the scorpion video on Project Old School. We want dinosaurs to be deadly and dangerous and scary and have really cool freaking uses. And the raptor can double jump like Castlevania. We'll just call him Raptor Belmont. Oh my god, I gotta name this guy Raptor Belmont now. I don't know why the idea of double jumping reminded me of Castlevania. It just does. So currently in the state of Project Old School, we've been focusing a lot on our carnivore friends. And raptors, being one of my favorite little shredder carnivores out there, got tuned up quite a bit when it comes to its overall shred damage. In exchange, it loses its pounce, which becomes a movement ability. It is a lot faster. Die, level 4 Parasaur, get shredded. Yeah, as it should be. Just absolutely shred him to death. And I feel like you will want to ride around on the back of a raptor in ARK now. This is fun to me. And I've been doing this a lot on live streams. Whenever we're testing out Project Old School on live streams on twitch.tv/nerdparade, the first thing I do is I go and tame a raptor, and I just byong, byong, I pounce around the Ark. This is how I like to travel around. You may have seen the Pteranodons and stuff. We're still going to have flyers. You've seen the RGs. Still going to have those guys. But there's nothing quite as amusing as just zooming across the Ark on one of the most agile creatures ever. And the raptor. We took a lot of inspiration from things like Jurassic Park, where the raptors are chasing those little kids throughout the movie, and they're hopping onto things, and they're just being extremely vicious hunters. Agility should be synonymous with raptor, in my opinion. And some of you may be looking at the raptor and it's like, wow, that got really buffed. The raptors are looking really good. Could that be a bit overpowered? And to address that question, and this applies blanket to all creatures and Project Old School, and this is something that really utilizes the Nerd Parade community's copious hours of ARK Survival Evolved, is every creature, every PvP mechanic, everything inside of Project Old School has a check and a balance. So think of it like this is kind of watering it down a bit, but kind of like a rock, paper, scissors mechanic. What is a way to counter a raptor that would be really fast and able to shred your beehole if you're not careful. We've got checks and balances in place to make sure that you as the player have a way to counter raptors. And the thing that you're mostly going to want to do when it comes to raptor taming or other players riding around on fast raptors is you're going to want to employ the use of traps, whether it be bolas or some other interesting things that we're adding with Project Old School. All will be revealed in time, but for now, this is where we're going to leave you. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and tag the thumbs up button. Do you think the Raptor is really cool? Do you plan on getting one? If you haven't done so yet, also make sure you subscribe to the channel for some more cool videos coming your way, and so you can stay up to date with all things Project Old School. Also, be sure to join the Nerd Parade Discord, discord.gg/nerdparade, to get the up-to-date, to-the-minute information on Project Old School, how to join the servers, and what all we're working on. And as an added bonus, if we're still in development, you can make any type of suggestions that you would like to see. Until the next one, Nerd Paraders, take care of yourselves out there, stay awesome, and come and hang with me again real soon. Later.